your host, MCS1.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the MCS1 show. I'm MCS1, and today I have again with me the amazing Caleb Hannon.
That's true, I am amazing.
It's quite amazing, and we have a lot to discuss today, people. In fact, we are going to discuss something very interesting, people. We are going to discuss people. So, strap yourselves in, people.
So great.
Wow. I have said people a lot just talking about this. So perfect. What a great build-up. Okay. So, people, this is really interesting. So, a few months ago when I was working in a tech company, my coworkers and I would have conversations about like various apps that were coming out because it was a tech company.
Well, yeah, I mean, it only makes sense.
Yeah, nerds. And so we would talk about apps, and one app really caught our eye called Peeple, spelled P-E-E-P-L-E. And I want to point something out. How come every new app or tech company will take a regular thing and misspell it on purpose to try to be cool? It's not cute, it's illiterate.
And it's really retarded, honestly.
Yeah,
it just makes you just look stupid.
When did having bad grammar become cute?
I think 96?
Probably AOL. So 96.
Just kidding.
Caleb's got it. And so Peeple. It was an app to review people. Like Yelp for people. And
which, the premise right there already should tell you this is not a great idea.
No. And so you could rate people on 3 separate categories with this app. Professional. Okay. You know, that makes sense.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you just use LinkedIn?
Because no one uses LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Because no one uses LinkedIn.
Point taken.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fry, Leela, it's me, Zoidberg, from work, at LinkedIn. True scene from Futurama. So,
why not Zoidberg?
So, yeah, so professional, okay. Personal. Yeah.
I'm kind of not okay with that.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone's really upset about, to be honest.
That's kind of.
I rate you a 1 because you're a scumbag.
Well, and it's like, what if you just like had a bad day when you met somebody, and then it's like, oh, well, forever now, you're just that D-bag that I met at Starbucks that one time when I was getting my caramel mocha shake, which is not a shake, by the way.
You still mad about when we met at Starbucks and I would talk to you? Moving on.
Shut up, Mark.
But yeah, like, that's a good point. First impressions. I'm 50-50 with first impressions. People either really love me or they think I'm gay. You're not? Moving on. Perfect segue. The third rating system in here, romantic.
Okay, now that I think is the worst idea of the bunch.
I don't know,
dude.
Because that could be funny. It's like, oh, I'm going on a date with Todd on Friday. I wonder what his people rating is in romantic.
Yeah, but
Todd took me to a sports bar for my first date. We hung out and watched the Broncos game.
Well, I mean,
we had nachos, drank beer. I picked up the tab. He tried to make out with me in front of my house.
Todd is a winner.
And then eventually I divorced Todd after 3 kids, and I found out he was cheating on me. I'd take him back if I could.
Wow, this
got dark really fast.
Super fast.
So that's Peeple. And
in a nutshell, yeah.
In a nutshell. So the original idea for this app was more of the professional thing. Like parents looking for a babysitter.
Again, I'm totally fine with that.
That makes sense.
That's cool.
It's like, well, I really hope Mandy is a good babysitter and is not having tons of boys over and putting our kids to bed early.
So that she can have a party in the basement or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, that seems good. And now it seemed to evolve into a, hate your ex, now here's a chance for revenge type of tool. Or if you hate anyone, here's a chance for revenge type of tool.
Yeah,
I personally am excited because it was going to be a new tool for cyberbullying.
I mean, it's another way for us to get back at Anita Sarkeesian, right?
Exactly.
For being the worst person on the planet of the Earth.
Yeah, well, we can only rate her apparently if we know her or something.
Oh, we have to know the person?
Apparently.
So how does the Peeple app know that we know people, though?
I don't know. How do you know people? How do you know?
I mean, because, like, what you could do is you could just follow them on Twitter or something, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, now I know this person. So go ahead and rate this person a 2.
Oh, I'm gonna rate them a 2. So it turned into a cyberbullying tool.
Well, obviously, that's what it is.
And that seems kind of cool. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. Like, the devil's advocate in me thinks it's really funny. The second I heard about people coming out, the internet or my Facebook feed was just filled with the classic fake outrage that seems to have gripped the internet in the past few years. And
yeah,
that if you make a bigger outrage and be as dramatic as possible, apparently things will happen without, being logical and stuff.
Well, I mean, logic is completely lost on the internet these days, let's be serious.
Yeah, and so what I put was on there, I said, a lot of people are thinking that, they're making a big deal about this app, and, they're thinking that people are going to get back at them and type mean things about them on this app. I said, you know what? You're right. The second this app comes out, I'm going to downrate each and every single one of you and write smack. Or you could just not outrage about an app.
Yeah, well...
And stuff.
It's like, sorry, but, I mean, you can already do a lot of this stuff on Facebook. You can't give ratings, but...
You can to businesses.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Pretty funny. Because here there's a business in Provo, Utah called University Parking. And they're more of vultures, really. What they do is they'll find people who aren't supposed to be They're basically a glorified towing company for student housing.
Hooray!
And they're really mean about things, and because parking is so limited around here, because there's so many college students, and blah blah blah. Anyway, they have a Facebook page. Why is beyond me, and on it the reviews are hilarious because. It's like, why? Why would anyone like this? And then there's one that my friend put, and he put, no. Just no.
That's it?
Just no. Yeah.
Just no.
Yeah, and that's it. And it's all negative reviews. They have 1 star, and it is hilarious.
I just, honestly, when it comes to rating things, I'm going to put this out there. I know this is going to sound mean to a lot of people, but I wish you could give 0 stars.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
why
why
the 1?
But, well, I mean, I
don't want to give any credit.
Well, exactly, because, I mean, even if you're giving just 1 star and it's like, oh, well, that means extremely dissatisfied. Well, it's like, what if I was just pissed the whole time?
Yeah.
What if the entire experience made me so upset that I'm like, yeah, I don't even feel like giving you a star?
Yeah, that's how I feel about the movie Lost in Space. I was just so infuriated the whole time with how bad it was. Ugh. Sorry, Matt LeBlanc, you should have stuck with Friends.
Yeah, well, and his little spin-off.
Joey?
Yeah, what the heck was that?
Oh, poor Matt LeBlanc.
Oh, Joey.
But, yeah, so this...
Can we rate him on People?
Maybe. Professionally.
He
did really good. 4 stars.
4 stars.
He was really good at these things, but I saw Lost in Space when he was trying to break into the movie scene, and it was not that great.
Just no.
Just no.
You can just put no. Just no. Right at the end there.
Yeah.
Right at the end. And a link to the review of University Parking.
On Facebook. So, going back to people being a tool for cyberbullying and the internet outrage and stuff, and how it was this hierarchy ranking system, a lot of people made the reference that, Caleb, are you familiar with Community at all?
Yeah, pretty familiar with Community.
Did you see the new season on Yahoo?
The new season.
It might not have been the new season on Yahoo. It might have been one of the Hulu one. The episode with Meow Meow Beans.
Meow Meow Beans. I don't
Okay.
I don't recall that episode, I'll be honest.
So, it's hilarious. It's really good. So, what it is these new, these app developers, they got an app they're working on, and they come to Greendale to pilot it.
Oh, boy.
And it's called Meow Meow Beans, and it's a cat. And you have instead of stars, it's 1 to 5 Meow Meow Beans. And each Meow Meow Beans, I know, the name is just ridiculous.
This sounds retarded.
Oh, it is. That's why it's so funny.
Well, yeah.
And so, and they're all cats. So you get 1 to 5 cats, or stars, basically.
Meow Meow Beans.
Meow Meow Beans. I just feel strange saying it so much. And so, anyway, what it has is like the ones in the episode. If you can rate other people,
right,
on there, just like Peeple.
I feel like that's probably them doing a parody of Peeple.
Well, it happened before.
Oh, really?
It happened before, and it's strange because Community did it, not The Simpsons, and that's more of what boggles my mind.
Whoa.
Yeah, seriously. And so, what it is, it's like it transforms Greendale completely, because obviously that's how Community is. It's just so extreme.
Random thing upsets the entire balance of that easily shattered world.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of the show.
Right.
And so the ones in there, the low ranking people, they're like the outcast, and they're just terrible losers. The 2s are pretty bad. They're pretty lame. The 3s are average, and the 4s are really, really cool. But the 5s, everyone worships and stuff like that.
Huh.
And they're walking around with Greek robes and it's just really fancy.
Should have been in the Pantheon there.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
It's pretty Pantheon. And so it's whoa. And that's what everyone was referencing when Peeple came out. It's oh my gosh, it's Meow Meow Beans. Did they see that episode of the Community? And apparently not, because Caleb hasn't even seen it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I did kind of stop watching it as much after the third season.
It goes downhill for a while, and then it's hit and miss, and then it picks back up really strong.
Well, then I'll get back into it.
And the Yahoo is hit and miss.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a cool show.
Don't get me wrong, dude. The first 2 seasons,
yeah, man,
loved them.
Exactly.
Third season was okay, but by the end of it, I was just not as interested.
Yeah. Great show. Moving on from Community, away from Meow Meow Beans. Another, something I was thinking about this app, and with all this outrage that was just pouring through the internet, with tons of emotions typed in caps and bold on certain websites.
So you know they're serious.
So you know they are serious. And if they could have red text, believe me, they would.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I was wondering, why would anyone really take this seriously? Would anyone take this seriously with all this outrage? And then I thought of something. We don't believe everything we see on TV anymore.
Fair.
Congratulations. The world's finally evolved beyond that. Now the problem is we believe everything we see on the internet or in apps.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and it's even worse when you see a picture of something and then it's in the form of a story.
Oh yeah.
Everyone believes those.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Those are the worst. But as we also mentioned in the Gamergate episode, once most people get behind a computer screen, or any screen for that matter, all manners seem to go out the window.
I mean, that's why there are so many tough guys on Xbox Live, right?
Exactly. Yeah, seriously. All the Call of Duty quickscopers out there.
Oh, man.
They're just...
Because, apparently my mom's been raped 45 times.
Seriously.
I was completely unaware.
Apparently she was too. Roofied. I don't know. Sad day.
I don't know.
And so, that's what people do. And as I was typing out my notes on the phone, my show notes for this, my manners were going out the window. So I just want to throw that out there. And I wasn't even posting a review. I was just typing show notes. And so, have you ever read reviews on the internet? People?
I've read a few.
Yeah.
And
it's like from Amazon, Google, Yelp, Yahoo. They all have some really interesting common denominators. And so I want to bring up some interesting thing about reviews. 3 interesting points. And then we'll tie us back into Peeple. Because Peeple is essentially reviewing people.
Well, yeah, I mean, it feels like, dude, I mean, that's like the most harsh reviewing you're going to give.
Yeah, and which
is funny.
Yeah.
Because you think that people would be a little bit more merciful to their fellow man.
Well, here's the interesting thing about People. They said they wanted to have it be like a positivity thing. And we'll discuss. But
then they put it on the internet.
Yeah, we'll discuss this more later.
Come on, have they never used the internet?
I don't think so.
Well, okay.
Maybe. All right, so
that explains it.
Number 1, reviews. Reviews are rarely moderate. Let's face it, people. Reviews are either overwhelmingly positive or massively negative.
That's true.
Like when
I mean, from what I've seen.
Yeah, when you review a product, or like it's usually, oh, I really love this, or oh, I really hate it. You're never really moderate about things, which brings me to my next point: reviewers. Who are the people that review things? People really pissed off,
right?
Or people really bored, and mostly people pissed off.
Yeah, or people that are just really excited about something that just happened in their pathetic little lives.
Yeah, seriously. Follow my blog and the link below.
Dude, I've seen reviews where they do that.
I know.
They'll review something on Amazon and then they're like, oh, for more interesting reviews, check out my blog at www.blogspot.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Always a blog spot.
What? Who cares?
Oh, boy. And so, here's another thing. Reviews over quality. Number 3. Here's the question. Do what people actually say about something actually affect the overall product?
You know, I don't know. I mean,
okay,
I guess I haven't really thought about that before. That's a good point.
So here's what I think. Let's say I have this cup right in front of me. It says "World's Best Boss."
Are you even a boss?
Actually, yes.
So how do you know you're world's best?
Did
you get a Peeple review?
I got a Peeple review. No, I got it as I got it as a gift from my brother, who I haven't bossed around in years.
No,
which is really ironic.
No,
so I got it from him as a Christmas present. It's the Dunder Mifflin one from The Office, World's Best Boss. I love it. So let's say I have this mug, this coffee mug, which is right in front of me. Holds water, does its job great.
Solid mug.
Solid mug. Amazon review. Negative review. Oh man, this cup sucks. It looks ugly. Okay. Does it affect the overall product?
Yeah.
No.
And did you buy this product knowing that it looks like that?
And honestly, for reviews, it does not affect how good a product actually is. Unless you're a marketer or one of those idiots who will not shut up about how important branding is, reviews do not make products good.
No.
Products would make the reviews good. Unless they're just angry at the world type people.
Fair
who
enough.
Are usually the ones leaving most of the reviews. And then here's another thing. There are people, this goes back to who reviews things, that get paid to write reviews.
Okay.
Or they're offered special incentives for reviews. Or like my book that I published, Everyone is a Sinner But Me. I didn't pay anyone to write any reviews, but I asked on my Facebook page for it, and I asked anyone who had a copy to go review it on Amazon.
Sure.
And I didn't say give it 5 stars or anything. The illustrator probably did, or might have. But either way, it was all rated 5 stars. People said very positive things. They all liked it. And so, people asking other people to go review it. And then friends of people who have the product. And so, what I'm saying is reviews, they're not exactly accurate.
No,
because of many variables.
Well, especially internet reviews.
Yeah. And so, this brings us to Peeple.
Oh boy.
And the reviews. Obviously, what I'm saying is, if the reviews aren't accurate, the reviews on Peeple aren't going to be accurate. But the problem is, everyone takes everything on the internet seriously, rather than with a grain of salt. They take it with Salt Block Mountain. That was, which is technically a pyramid made up of lesser salt blocks.
Nice.
And that's what it is. And that's why That's probably people's biggest flaw. But with the reviews type thing, People claims that it would be a thing of positive reviews. But, alright, let's be real here, people. And that's open for interpretation of whether I'm talking to the app or whether I'm talking to the audience.
Either way, it's people.
Either way, it's people.
So you're
you know, here's another interesting thing. If we were getting this episode transcribed by someone, would they be able to tell the difference between people, like P-E-E-P-L-E, or P-O-P-L-E with people if they were transcribing it out into a script?
I don't want to just...
For an article. I mean, I'm just curious. Like, it sounds difficult. But moving on, my question to you people is this. If you had a chance to punch someone in the dark who you really hate and never have them know about it, that it was you, would you take that opportunity? Now, you don't have to answer that question to me.
Well, we wouldn't be able to hear you anyway.
I know many of you did say yes while listening on your headphones, while in your office place of work, or in your vehicle, or at a party.
Or like recording a show.
I know many of you said yes, and now people are looking at you like, why did you say that? But give it a chance. I think most people would do that. They would take that chance to get back at someone. And I'm not sure if I would or not. I mean, when you get behind a screen, it takes away that consequence and that identity is what Caleb and I talked about in Gamergate. And so that's what it does with people. But here's something I want to bring up with people. You know, I'm talking like, I guess we're looking at this in very callous, dark terms.
Sure.
A negativity. Sure. You've been listening to the show. You get the idea.
Yeah.
So
technically, you could rate people very positively.
You could.
But again, maybe it's just because my vision is a little bit not as happy-go-lucky of the world. But I feel like a lot of people would probably take the opportunity to say nasty things about somebody because again, there are no consequences.
Now, People claims it's all rainbow and sunshine and candy canes and lollipops and Lisa Frank unicorns. But the reviews for People, the app, are quite negative.
Which is very funny.
On the App Store. This is purely ironic. And it's about to get worse, people. This is about to be the rose-colored glasses not seeing the red flags. And it's going to get bad real quick here. So on the App Store, the reviews for People is 1.5 stars. And then the internet, being outraged as always, took it even further to rate the founders of People on a 1 to 5 star scale.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, they rated the founders 2 stars for everything tops, including including intelligence and looks. And one of the founders, she's not bad looking. I'd give her about a 4 star.
Okay.
She's kind of hot. It's the one that stayed out of the spotlight quite a bit. I think her name is Nicole. Yeah, Nicole. She is really pretty. Nicole, and then Judy's the main one. Like showing Caleb a picture. I'd give her a 4 star, maybe a 4.5 top. I mean, she is really pretty, but that's that is low. The internet has gone to rating People.
Once again, man, I mean,
the irony.
You can't take something like this to people. Once again, I mean, you're just giving a little kid a book of matches and saying, hey, please don't start a fire.
Yeah. And then passing in some gasoline.
Yeah.
And so...
And then some tinder for that gasoline.
And then you just walk by him and you're like hitting some rocks together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the founders of People, that's we're talking about them, it has some really weird social media. And we'll cover that a little bit later. But so there's videos on their YouTube channel, and one of them, I think it's Julie, she's in a taxi, and she's talking to this taxi truck driver, and she's talking about the app, and I think she was with Nicole, and they're talking about the app to this taxi driver, and they're like, doesn't that sound exciting? And he's quiet. for a long time. And I can't remember if he responded or not, but either way did not look well received. And the owners, they seem very socially clueless. They remind me of really pretty chicks that got married to rich guys, and to keep them off their backs, what their husbands did was just gave them some bags of money and said, here's some money, go make business. And thus Peeple was born.
Woo!
And so the quote from one of the founders is, "We want to prove to you that the world is predominantly good and filled with people that lift you up."
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's not good. So, and then they talk about something called the truth license, which is the truth with people. This is something, the app is free, but with the truth license, you have to pay to see the negative things people say about you. Now, this is something that probably companies could use to potentially find in candidates, I'm guessing.
Sure.
For people they're looking into, like the classic social media stalking that apparently has gripped the HR world because they have nothing better to do these days than to stalk people on social media for hiring candidates, which they'll turn away anyway because HR is a giant joke. So, that's what the truth license is. You can pay to see the negative things people are saying about you. That
just seems silly.
Yeah.
Hey, so you want to read the positive things? Here you go, it's free. But if you want to see somebody who really doesn't like you want to see what they have to say, you're going to have to give me some money.
Yeah. So, here's another thing. So they've had some pretty interesting, obviously the internet's been their main form of coverage.
Obviously. But
then they got into some daytime television. And so they got on a very well-known, very accredited, certified... No, wait, I think he lost his license at one point. Anyway, they were on Dr. Phil.
Oh, boy.
And so, Dr. Phil, I don't know if you know this, but Dr. Phil can point out anything that is obvious, and he has really random pauses when he speaks.
I mean, I have seen him speak, yes.
Yeah. And so, they were on Dr. Phil, and even Dr. Phil was like, "What are you doing? I raise cows and, I don't open up the gate and just let them run free throughout the pasture and crap all over the place and ask them to come back and say the world's a happy place with NASCAR and trailers and stuff. I don't do that."
I mean, if even Dr. Phil can point out the flaws of your technological app, then come on, you gotta see there's a problem there.
Yeah, when Dr. Phil's getting all over it. So Peeple was originally supposed to launch last year in 2015, but the outrage was so great that they took a step back, and then I think that's when they implemented the truth license, only made it positive, and they're still trying to make this a valuable business. Well, here's another thing. Speaking of valuable business, businesses these days are really good with social media, because social media apparently matters.
I mean, I guess it's a way to reach new audiences.
Yeah, it's apparently a big deal. Because your social media totally affects your product. And if your product isn't great, but your social media makes it great, then it's great. I hate social media. Just throwing that out there. I deleted Facebook for a month and I felt great. And I've come back and I've hated it ever since.
I don't think anybody could have picked on your hatred.
Yeah.
Picked up on your hatred for social media there.
But anyway, to social media. So let's move it to their Facebook. Every negative comment someone posts on their Facebook page is deleted.
Did you try?
Like, what do you mean?
Did you try to post a negative comment?
No. I would see people saying, "Why was my comment deleted?" And then people would post negative comments, and then I would refresh and they'd be gone like 20 minutes later.
Oh my gosh.
It is hilarious. And so they really are trying to show you that the world is completely full of positive people.
Because they're eliminating all the negative. That doesn't make any sense.
They're completely eliminating the negative. Completely. And it just like a famous person who we talked about last week, Anidia Sarkeesian, their YouTube is exactly like her. or their YouTube channel. All comments are disabled, and you can't like or dislike something.
Oh boy.
So, classic. I will not take criticism. I will not be reviewed.
Yeah. For the review site app. Come on.
Yeah.
Pitiful.
So, they talked about, with people, they talk about, like, we'll know who you are. You can't just get into our system. There's all this accountability. Really? Well, I have a fake Facebook account called Victor Von Chatable, which is based off of my Chatable that you say something to and it will say it back really fast and high-pitched. And I made a Facebook account for him. And it is hilarious. And I've used him for social experiments on Tinder, and he is a lot of fun. Well, he has a Facebook account, which you need for Peeple. So, Victor got in. And his current profile picture is a picture of him with Obama with fake sunglasses stickers. Oh, he's holding 2 guns in his hand and some chains. And Obama's smoking a blunt. But he was able to make a profile.
That's ridiculous.
And he got away with it.
Your Chatimal has a profile on freaking Peeple.
Highly rated. Actually, I don't know that. But I could see it. And so, when you get into this Peeple, it's like, because I signed up for the beta, and I got in with Chatable. And so what it wants is, like, first thing you do, you enter your phone number. Well, I put in my burner Google number. Easily got in right there, because I send you a verification code. Wow, that was hard. And it says describe yourself, and it gives occupation, passion. And so for Chatable, he's quite vulgar. And so what I did was I put occupation, pimp, passion, bitches, interest, money. And then for the email, I put in the fake email. And then what's really funny is when you come in, you see Chatable, it has the 3 words next to him, like in front of his picture. So it says pimp, bitches, money, which is pretty much like every thug life philosophy broken into 3 words. Like,
you wrapped it up.
I
wrapped it up nicely.
I got it all there. I didn't have to call in Lil Wayne, Wheezy, nothing. I got it.
I mean, you pretty much got it covered.
Yeah, and so then there was categories, the professional, dating, and the personal on there. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then there was a stats page. Recommendations written, Facebook friends, followers, following, and likes. So you could literally have someone like you on Peeple. So then another thing, there was a nearby thing, which was a location-based thing where you could see people nearby. And that kind of frightened me. I didn't want people knowing where my channel was. And so then it wanted me to install the Facebook Messenger app to invite more of my friends to Peeple. And that's where I drew the line in the sand. And I said, no, this is where it ends. I'm done. Took a couple screenshots and left. And so what really shocked me is that I was wondering for quite a while, how is this Peeple, how is it going to make money? I mean, there's obviously ad revenue, but I don't think it was really picking up anything like momentum. And so 3 days ago, or a few days ago I should say, I got an email from Peeple. And it said, the only social networking app with an anti-bullying features baked in. And where your character is
baked in.
Like, that is soccer mom-esque to the max.
Well, I mean, you look at the founders, and they're soccer moms, just really rich ones.
Yeah.
To the max.
Yeah, they definitely, their minds are definitely baked, I can say that. So, and your character is your currency.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm going to be buying lots of things with my character.
Oh man, if only, right?
That sounds like something a World of Warcraft person would say. I'm going to be buying lots of things with my character.
I'm really happy.
So, it says Android app launching in August 2016. We are so excited to announce the launch of the Peeple Android app by August 2016. Android has roughly a 70% market share in North America. So we can't wait to reach more people. And they did spell Peeple correctly. They didn't use it like the app name, which kind of ruined half my fun.
Well, yeah.
Then in bold, we need your help. and are crowdfunding the build of the Android version by giving away stuffed animal parrots for your kids, pets, and coworkers. We are giving away 125 tickets to our launch party during Stampede and tickets to the exclusive viewing of our documentary for Netflix, Peeple versus People. And just let you know, it is spelled People the correct way, and then versus People the app way. It said you could spend as little as $5 and as much as $50. Oh, joy.
I can? Well, can I pay with my character?
I'll send you guys 50 character dollars.
50 character dollars it is.
Actually, I'm kind of cheap. I'm probably going to spend 5 character dollars. And even then, I really don't want to spend it. And then there's a link to Indiegogo.com, a crowdfunding site, and I am not overly... I don't have a high view of crowdfunding sites at all. I really don't.
As you shouldn't.
It has this whole, hey, give me a handout, I deserve this entitlement.
Yeah.
For a lot of them. I can understand for emergencies and stuff like that.
Sure.
Or it's like, hey, this kid needs a wheelchair. I do see good things like that. But like for companies,
dude,
I'm not a fan of that.
I saw one time for a kid that was like, I really want $600 so I can buy the MacBook Air that my mom didn't buy me. And then it was like, I did a little, like, I looked into the story a little bit more, and it turns out the kid had a MacBook Air. It was just the wrong color.
Oh.
And some idiots gave him money.
Man, and what's worse about that is, when you first read that, you're like, oh, wow, wow, I'm really glad his mom didn't buy that for him, and he was so entitled.
Right.
Yeah, his mom didn't buy that. I'm like, good for you, Mom, for standing up for him. And then you read on, no, he did get the MacBook Air, but it was the wrong color. Mom, you got me the wrong color MacBook Air. What's wrong with you?
So then he starts a GoFundMe or whatever.
Well, you can buy your own, Jimmy. Well, I'm not going to buy my own. I'm going to get crowdfunded, and other people are going to buy it.
Well, it's
whatever,
like, why don't you just go trade it in? It was in the box.
Kids these days.
Whatever, man.
So, then they say, we had a great start with Apple, reaching 19,000 users in Canada and the US in the first month. One of which was Victor Von Shadable. And so that brings me to wonder, how many of these other users are really real, quote, people? Because you can make a fake Facebook account. You can make a fake email. You can make a fake burner number. It's not hard. Heck, you could do it all with the same... You can do it all through Google. It is not hard.
No, it's not.
Not hard at all. We have a very safe platform and only had to remove 3 people.
Was one of them Victor Von Shadable?
I don't know.
Oh.
But I doubt it.
Yeah.
I really doubt it.
Because he's totally real.
I think he's still there.
If you're listening, people, he's totally real.
I bet he's still there. I'm not going to re-download people and check.
I mean, he was hanging out with Obama. Does it get more real?
It's pretty real, man. It's like an Eminem album. So, yeah, only had to remove 3 people. And so it says, so far everyone's favorite feature is the nearby feature, and nearby feature is in bold, which allows you to see everyone within a 10-mile radius of where you are. Wow, Stalker Central.
Yeah.
That does not sound like a good idea at all. It says, this is awesome because you can network more efficiently for all you single people at the bar, and you can learn about each other before striking up a conversation. I can just imagine this. I'm trying to pick up a chick, and I'm like, hey, girl, I saw you over there, but before I decided to come talk to you, I looked you up on, and I pulled up my cell phone and hold it up. People said you're, like, really amazing, and I think our interests are very similar.
I mean, we're both into pimps, bitches, and money.
Yeah, that's all we need, but I also looked at you more romantically, and it says you are very easy, and that is what I'm into. So, I think we can make this work. Like, seriously, that is...
Oh my gosh.
It's just bad, and I don't see this working in a social situation. If anyone walked up to... And obviously we're joking and using a ton of satire there, but if I walked up to any chick and was like, oh, hi, I saw you from across the room, and then I looked you up on Peeple, or anything. I mean, it's just not a very good conversation starter. I mean, I guess it would be good to know some things before you go up and talk to someone, but it just doesn't seem
but
very practical.
Knowing some things about someone and looking them up on Peeple, I mean, you can pick up on some body language maybe, and some social cues or something like that, but looking them up and straight up stalking them on Peeple, that just feels violating.
What's really interesting is expectations versus reality.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen 500 Days of Summer, Caleb?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. There's a scene in there that hits on this perfectly. He's going to this party with his ex-girlfriend. He thinks that, we're going to be great and we're going to have a good time together. And then, it's side by side, the expectation and the reality. And the expectation is, so high and amazing, and reality is, she kind of dishes them, doesn't talk to him, she's hitting on other guys.
Sure.
And that's what this is with people. And Facebook stalking. Reading all this information about them. And then you're going to go up and talk to them and I see you're into this, this, and this, or something. And they're going to be like, oh, yeah, kind of. The way that people, one, perceive themselves on Facebook and post about themselves, they might think they're really interested in something, but in reality, they're not. And the same thing with the way other people perceive you. It might be, my values. Let's say Caleb and I think Caleb is quite, let's say, intelligent.
Sure.
I think he's intelligent.
You damn straight I am.
Because of the knowledge he has, he's very well-rounded, well-adjusted, knows stuff. He's very on the edge. He reads books. And we've talked about a lot of very intelligent conversations that I think are pretty meaningful. Someone else might not think the same things I think are meaningful because Caleb doesn't know about World of Warcraft.
Sure.
Wow, this Caleb guy's an idiot. He knows nothing of the Paladin class and is an idiot, and he's making fun of me on this talk show. That type of thing. So the way people perceive everything is always going to be different.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the reviews that you're reading about people, or in general on things, are going to be different.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing that people don't seem to understand is that everybody has their own version of a perceived reality.
Exactly.
And it's called your personal vision. That's the best way that it was ever explained to me, is that my personal vision of the world is my version of reality. And the reason that everybody has their own personal reality is because reality is so complex that it's literally impossible to completely understand. And because of that, you're going to get different views from different people based on background, based on current situation, based on current mood, based on, all of these. There are so many different factors that would go into that make it almost impossible to say, yeah, this person is 100% impartial, which, by the way, might just be impossible. Nobody can say, this is my personal view without any bias. You're lying! Everyone has bias. I have bias. But the thing is that I'm honest about my bias. I have a ton of it. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Because my personal vision is skewed to meet my personal vision, basically.
Simplest terms, everybody's different.
Basically.
Yeah.
And everybody's a sinner but me.
Everyone's a sinner but me. So, exactly. Buy that book, people.
Free marketing, right?
Free marketing.
Is it marketing if it's your own show?
Yeah, my own show and my own book. I don't think so. I don't like to be a marketer like that. And I don't like to tell people to do things like that, but why not? It's my show.
Yeah, whatever.
So, shameless promotion. And so everyone sees things differently, and that's why Peeple isn't that great. Another reason. What's upsetting me is people, it's not really going to make the world a better place.
No, it's not.
And I don't think the world needs a review app or wants a review app to rate other people. And I mean, with the way Facebook incorporates everything, it pretty much destroyed Foursquare.
Yeah.
With its check-in in a way. Mm-hmm. I mean, why doesn't Facebook just come out with a star system to rate people?
Why not?
I mean, it's doing everything else.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's already copying what Twitter did. It's already,
it's already got hashtags. I think it's because Facebook sees this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
Based on its market research, all of its employees, and common sense.
Well, and I mean, you look at any of the reviews of the people that created Peeple on Peeple, they're not very nice.
No, and it's sad, but that's how it is. You know, it was a bad idea that's gotten too much traction and has gone too far. I am still excited to see the this Netflix documentary when it does come out.
Sure.
People versus people.
Who wouldn't want to see that?
Yeah, I wonder
Dude,
who...
we should have a viewing party, by the way.
Ooh, you know who I think would win? Who was going to win? People.
I don't know, man. I think People's got a pretty strong case.
I'll take bets. I'm willing to bet.
Okay, I'll bet you People takes on People and People wins.
Well, that's same thing.
No, it's not.
No, okay. People.
You have to look at the transcript, Mark.
Oh, the transcript.
So the People will take on the People, and then the People will beat the People, so then People wins.
Oh, man. So many people.
Way too many people.
Way too many people.
If we're being totally honest.
Which, I'm not being biased here.
I mean, in my unbiased opinion.
In my unbiased opinion. But my biased opinion is I do not think People is great. The app. And regular people. But
a little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. I don't think this needs to go into the market. And one thing that I do enjoy about capitalism, not to get political or social economic or whatever.
It's cool.
Capitalism generally weeds out crappy products.
Yep, it generally does. That's true.
Yeah, except TV shows. It clearly does not. Not with TV shows.
Yeah, well, it's pretty hard to weed out TV shows when they're
different story. But closing remarks. People, this is just something that's just going to make the world a worse place to me. And I'm sorry to say that. I haven't reviewed any negative stuff about People on their website or on the App Store.
Right.
I'm thinking about posting a review saying I was finally able to get revenge on everyone that has ever done me wrong through this app. And I think people, like other people doing research on that, are going to screenshot that and the news stories are going to play it. They're going to think it's serious. Mark Smith said, I quote...
No, dude. Victor Von Chatham said...
Oh, Victor Von Chatham. Well, the thing about it is my App Store stuff is under Mark Smith. But my People account is under Victor Von Chatham.
Gotcha.
Which, do you get the reference, Victor Von Chatham?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For those at home... Chatham, obviously Chatham, but Victor Von, that is from Victor Von Doom from the Fantastic Four.
Right. Marvel Comics, woo!
Who is Doctor Doom. And I just thought Victor Von Chatham was too good to pass up. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, I don't see this app. I really hope it dies out. I do want to see this documentary, though.
Yeah.
I think that would be interesting. It will be like Clean Flicks. Have you seen Clean Flicks, Caleb?
Yes, I've seen Clean Flicks.
Clean Flicks is amazing. What it was about something that had honest, good intentions and went too far by editing rated movies to be PG-13 movies or PG, and they dealt with like copyright and all this other stuff. Amazing documentary. I highly recommend it. And it's good because, spoiler alert, the villain shifts in it. You can't really tell who the villain is.
Well, it's a documentary.
Because it kind of shifts around.
So it's cool. You can change the villain in a documentary, right?
Oh, yeah. I loved that about it.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see that because Clean Flicks is my current favorite documentary. Sorry, Al Gore, with your inconvenient truth. But maybe People will take its place. Anyway, Caleb, do you have anything that you want to add?
Honestly, full disclosure, I hope this app just sinks, burns, dies.
Goes Titanic?
I don't even... I think that's too merciful. I think that Titanic would be too nice to them.
Wow.
I hope that they lose so much of their rich husband's money, if that is really the case, that they end up divorced and living on the street.
Wow.
Full disclosure, I really don't wish that on anybody. I'm just kidding. Obviously exaggerating, super hyperbolic right there. But all I'm saying is this app is not a good idea.
In his unbiased opinion.
In my totally biased opinion, I think this is the worst idea that's ever come.
And it's interesting you say, I don't want this to go Titanic because that would not be merciful enough. Because that means only the men would go down with the ship, and the women and children would be able to get away with good ratings.
Well, see, and that's the thing.
And their money.
And that's the thing, is that's where I'm like, yeah, but it's two ridiculous blonde chicks that started this, so I hope they go under.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, anyway.
Anyways, that concludes our show about People.
Which people? The good people or the app peoples or the bad people or the...
I was really hoping you were going to say the good people or the bad people.
I'm
I
so
think you said the
confused
app
now.
and then the bad. I think it's all encompassing,
Okay.
but just don't look at the transcript. anyways, I am MCS1. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Peace.
Take it easy, guys.